Hey everybody, it's Lawrence Prezman sitting in for Andrew McInnis today. It's the KBO show. Dave Cokin with us. Lots to talk about before we get into Korean baseball, Dave. My pleasure doing this with you. First pitch, brother. Let's start right off the bat. It goes tomorrow. I have been the host of that show with you for a year now. I have passed my hosting duties on to Andrew. So I think he'll be hosting the show with you every day, Monday to Friday. And we're putting together a weekend first pitch show. We've also changing the format around a little bit. And Andrew and Dave have incredible chemistry. I don't want to get in the way of that. So Dave, tell us about what's going on with first pitch, when it's happening, what the new format is, etc., etc.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go earlier than we've been doing this KBO show. It'll be about 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to feature three attractive games. We'll call them attractive games each day. And then we'll do kind of similar to what we do in the hockey show, which is we'll run through quick rundowns on all the rest of the games. We're also, we won't do it for Thursday's show because there's only two games. But starting on Friday, we're going to do a daily fantasy sports stud and sleeper. We'll have a dog of the day from the schedule and lots of great promotions as well. And unlike the KBO show and some other shows, in fact, we are going to do weekends as well because Saturdays and Sundays are actually the heaviest viewing days for Major League Baseball. We want to get everybody up to speed on as many matchups as we can. So we think it's going to be a real good thing, and we'll hope everybody's tuning in live. If you can't make it live, you'll be able to check the archives and it'll be there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, just to make mention on that, everybody, we'll actually be doing two weekend shows this year. First pitch will go on Saturday and Sunday, and I think Dave Matt will be hosting that show, right?
I believe so, yes.
And then we're WagerTalk Today, which is what I hope will become our flagship show. That's a show that Teddy and I are doing Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. Matt and Rob Vino will be hosting WagerTalk Today on Saturday and Sundays. So, yeah, man, like, Jesus, Dave, I mean, we just signed you exclusive. We signed Akeem exclusive. We have another signing coming next week. We have been running 4 hours of content a day through COVID. And now we're adding a ton more stuff now that all the sports are going to be in full swing. We're looking at 735. We're looking at close to 50 hours, between 40 and 50 hours a week of video content. It's amazing to see what has happened in the last 18 months with Wager Talk Sports Memo and the Gold Sheet.
Well, let's get to the KBO. This is our final KBO show. Now, Andrew and myself are both continuing to handicap KBO, so those selections will be available. I don't know that I'll be featuring too many plays, but if you have my All Access package or the KBO package, you will obviously be getting all the plays right through the end of the season. But, there's just, to be honest, there's just not a lot of demand to do a KBO show with the other sports returning. So we're going to not do the daily show as far as that goes. But we've got games tonight. There weren't a lot of games last night, only one. The rest of the schedule got rained out, and from what I can gather, might have some similar circumstances with this evening's slate of games because the weather forecast for much of Korea is not great. But we'll go through the games anyway and begin with the Kiwoom Doosan game. No changes in this one. It's the same matchup as yesterday. I didn't have much on this game. I thought, yeah, maybe the pitchers can hang in there early, but this is a game that figures to get into the bullpens fairly early by the sixth inning or so, and it's very, very tricky to play unders as far as games like that are concerned. It's a pass for me. Doosan's a small favorite in the game. Park's making his first start, so he is not going to go deep in this game. Choi has been really awful in his last two starts. He was skipped in his last rotation spot, so at least he'll be fresh in this game. The Kia Hanwha game, that's the only game that got played yesterday or this morning, and Kia got the victory everybody gets the victory against Hanwha. They're on a no losing streak. The Eagles have now lost 5 games in a row. They'll try Kim, who got clobbered in his last start, and his numbers are just not good. Yang's on the mound for Kia, and he is not one of their better starters. His last 3 starts have been below par. So, I mean, you can look at it and say, well, it's tough to justify Yang as a 2-1 favorite. But when you factor in all the team stuff, it's easy to make them a 2-1 favorite. I'm not going to lay that much of a price, given that Kia's performances on the road are not the best. But you just can't play the Eagles at this point. The LGKT game, this is a game I had a 4% play on the first 5 innings under, and obviously they got rained out. Now, there has been a pitching change here. Rather than Lee, it's going to be Lim going for LG, and he is not quite the pitcher that Lee has been. Lee has been really terrific lately. I'm not really sure why they're skipping him here, but I've criticized the LG manager on a regular basis, so I'll just attribute this as another stupid decision by the worst manager in that league. KT is going with Cuevas. He got off to a rough start this year, but he's really pitched well lately. 4 of his last 5 starts have been definitely positive. I did mention yesterday that 2 of those starts were against the Eagles, so maybe you have to put a little asterisk in there, but he is in pretty good form. The total is higher on the first 5 than it was yesterday. It was 6 this morning. I think that was a grab on the under, and it's 5.5 now, and I still would side with the under in that game. Samsung and NC, it's Juan versus Rosinski. This is a very good pitching matchup, but the edge has to go to Rosinski. He's had a great season, and 12 of his 13 starts have been positive. He's 9-1 with an ARA of just over 2. I mean, you can't beat numbers like that, and the Dinos just keep on winning games. They're on another 4-game winning streak. They're big favorites, huge favorites against the pitcher as good as Juan. That's a little bit daunting, but I just don't think you want to get in the Dinos' way right now. But if you're playing this game, you might be better off looking at the first 5 because the Dinos' bullpen can blow leads late, and they did it again on Monday or Tuesday morning. They did win that game eventually, but they blew another late lead. And finally, Lotte and the SK Wyverns, in a rare situation here where the Wyverns are a good-sized favorite. That doesn't happen often for a team that's 22-44. But Lee's on the mound. He has been quite good. And Zhang is on the mound for Lotte, and he has been quite bad. Only 1 of 4 starts that he's made has been positive. The numbers, the whip is 1.7. The FIP, I should say, is 6.41. That's not a guy you want to back. As I said yesterday, and but as I said yesterday, I just can't lay $1.35 or $1.40 with the Wyverns, but I do think they're the winner in this game. And that's your rundown.
Yeah, so as everyone can see, the Prez ain't doing a lot. I know nothing about Korean baseball. I can't add a damn thing, but I do know Dave looks bloody good. Dude, you are wearing like a mauve pink shirt, and you were actually able to match it directly to your hat. That is a rare color to have 2 of.
I think this is peach, isn't it?
I don't know. You're coming through the screen. So it is slightly different, but either way, impressive stuff. Let me race through the posting form quick. Brian Rajat, V. Barry, Mike, nice to see all of you guys. We'll go through some questions in a second. Robert S., nice to see you. Same with King Crab. Johnny Outlaw, I appreciate your love, brother. Definitely noticed and appreciated by me. So, Dave, let's race through some of these comments. Brian Watson, was that rain canceled everything? Let's roll tonight. Weather isn't looking great in Korea from Rajat. Mike Littlecat, does anyone know, is this really the last show? So Dave already answered that. This is the last show, gentlemen. But Dave, my question to you and Andrew is, will you be throwing any segment inside of First Pitch related to Korean baseball, or is it just shelved for now?
Shelved for now. I do think that when the playoffs start in October, we might very well come back and do a preview show of the playoffs. I think that might be a good idea.
Oh, well, there you go. So, but you guys, just to let everyone know, they are going, both Andrew and Dave will continue to release Korean baseball plays. They will not, most of them will not be standalone plays. They are two the guys who are already buying their all-access passes. And Dave, if they buy your first pitch, your baseball package for the season, they will get your Korean baseball, right?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Okay,
If
perfect.
they want it. I think a lot of the people who buy the Major League Baseball package are not going to have much interest in KBO, but they can have those plays anyway. And by the way, I should mention, I am not playing either of the 2 Thursday games, but I do have my first best bet for Major League Baseball up on a Friday game. It's available right now at WagerTalk. I think there's a really good. I think this is, and I harass people who overuse the word value. It's like every bet they make, they say it's a value. This one is. I think the line's off by about 20 cents in this game. So yeah, there's good value in it, and I think it's going to be a winner. So check it out at wagertalk.com.
Yeah, and there you go. And wagertalk.com is the only place that you can find Dave Cokin's plays. He's now exclusive to us, and we're excited to have him. I also have a baseball bet up for Friday as well. It's a small chalk. Take a look at it. I'm on an 8-0 run from last year in baseball, so I'd like to start this. I'd like to start hot, man. Put me down for a 12-0 run, please, Cokin.
I'm just looking for 1-0 right now.
No, I hear you,
Just
brother.
take them one at a time, man.
Dave, Daniel asks, your plays yesterday, do they still stand for today?
Well, yes and no, because the play I posted yesterday, it's different pitchers, but it's the same game, and I still like the first 5 under.
Yeah, Princess Cha Chu says, Dave, how about one KBO game discussion daily? Princess, it's tough. There's so much going on in baseball. They're cramming a whole lot of stuff down our throat real quick.
Yeah, I'll be real honest about it. If we've got 1,000 people that are watching, 990 of them are watching for Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta push what sells. It's just like going to the store. The items that sell are the ones that they put on display.
Johnny wants to know when is Puck Time back. Let everybody know. Thursday will be the first Puck Time show next Thursday. Dave, I think you're on that one, right?
Yep, I believe so.
We're going to do a playoff preview show, and then Friday we start in full swing. So check that out. It's next Thursday. We don't have an exact time yet. We were going to do it at 2 p.m. Eastern, but we've put first pitch in that spot instead. And as for the guys who want to see this show continue, I understand, Dave understands, but the bottom line is, our schedule moving forward is going to be on a daily basis. Wager Talk today, which is Teddy and I. We got First Pitch, which is you and Andrew, our baseball show. We got our hockey show, me and all of you guys. We've got the NBA show happening. That's 4 dailies. On top of that, we've got the golf show, the NASCAR show, the UFC show that is still in full swing. We've got a show that we're working on, an over and under football show. We've got a stock market show that we're working on. We're going to be punching out close to 7 hours a day of content. Within the next couple of weeks, we've got a massive announcement coming as well in regards to all of these shows. So yeah, man, we honestly can't find the time to do all the sports, and we apologize.
Well, that's about what look. My KBO viewing is going to diminish considerably because I've been staying up to watch these games every day. That's not going to happen now because I'm going to be watching Major League Baseball, and NHL is going to be going morning, noon, and night once they start off. I think there's going to be like 12 hours a day on NBC Sports. So,
and it's the same with hockey. Hockey's going noon to midnight. Said.
Yeah. So, it's going to be tough to talk about, and I can still handicap the games because I've got the numbers, but I'm really not going to be able to comment on what's going on because I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So, rather than just steal somebody else's stuff and pretend it's mine, we're just not going to do the KBO show. I understand you guys like it, and I really appreciate that. and especially those of you who've been watching from the start. But you just can't do everything. If you try and do everything, you end up not doing well at anything.
Johnny Outlaw wants Carmine on puck time. He keeps me in check. Listen, Dave Cokin keeps me in check too. But Carmine will be on puck time a lot. Alex Smith will no longer be with us. So the puck time roster will be Dave Cokin, Buster, Carmine, and Andrew. With a whole lot of Carmine and Andrew and Dave. Buster will be coming in likely once a week.
I'll be the one without the Canadian accent.
Well, we should do. You're the only one. It's four Canadians and you.
Yeah, I know, eh?
Except you are from a place that is further north than where I'm from. It's pretty close. Cape Cod area
No,
is.
well, no, it's not. But it's they're both northeast, and I did grow up in a neighborhood which, because of the presence of an American Hockey League team at that time, had a lot of French Canadian guys playing on it, and everybody in the team was Canadian. So I learned all the French Canadian profanities at a very young age.
Yeah, all you need to know about French Canadians is poutine. It just doesn't get better than poutine.
That is quite good.
Yeah, and you can't get it. I mean, where in Vegas can I get poutine?
I don't know that anybody has it here.
It's absurd to me. For anyone who doesn't.
But we do. We do have Nova Scotia salmon.
Well, as you should.
Good stuff.
Okay, brother. Well, I mean, listen, that's it, dude. On behalf of Johnny, Rick, myself, Marco, and all the partners in WagerTalk, I honestly can't thank you and Andrew enough for doing this. As you can see in the chat room, everyone has just been so thrilled with this Korean baseball show. You guys really stepped up for us.
Make sure and join us for the first pitch show for Major League Baseball. It starts tomorrow, and there's going to be some real good coverage. I can tell you that.
Yeah, well, you're on it, and I'm sure I will make my way in as a substitute host at times. But best of luck with first pitch tomorrow. I leave it in incredibly good hands. CBC, is Marco going to be on any first pitch? Dave, what is the plan with that? Is it you and Andrew and then one extra guy every day?
No, I think we're gonna have panels of 4
Oh,
on a regular basis.
brilliant.
Yeah, there's going to be a ton of analysis and lots of different opinions, and you can fire on the guys who are hot because we all can be streaky. But no, all the baseball guys will be joining us intermittently on the show.
Awesome. Thanks so much, everybody, for listening to the Korean Baseball Show. Make sure to check out Stoppage Time. We taped it at 1 p.m. today. And also, straight from the strip, Minty, myself, and Gianni, and we talked UFC.
When do I get the show? I mean, I have never been on camera with Minty.
Well, let's fix that, dude. But
yeah, I mean, just so so I can.
Guess who's not the guy to talk to about it?
I can have the illusion of being next to an attractive woman that way.
Oh, no, Dave. She'd have the illusion of being next to a stud in his 60s.
Yes. Well into his 60s.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not the guy to talk to about that, Dave, but you know who is. So get on it. Everybody, thanks so much. Tomorrow, we're back with more shows. Make sure to check that out. And Betting 101 at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow with Minty and Teddy. That show has just received Pulitzer prizes.
Sure, Teddy gets to hang out with her.
Yeah, everybody gets to hang out with her except you, Dave.
It's a conspiracy.
You should have put that in your contract.
Yes, yeah.
You just bloody well wrote one.
That's the thing I left out.
Damn.
The hell with the money. I got to be out with Minty.
Dave, I'm going to get Johnny to do a show with just one show. You, Minty, and Kelly. You'll be right in the middle.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, there you go. Later, everybody. Thanks for watching the Korean Baseball Show. And until hopefully never again, we pray to God we don't have to do another one of these, Dave.
Let's hope. By the way, your Blue Jays are homeless again.
Yeah, they're not homeless. They're in Pittsburgh now. That's home, baby.
No, they're not. No.
Oh, really?
No.
What happened?
No, the Pennsylvania Department of Health nixed the idea.
They're not going to end up playing, are they?
They might have to play all their games on the road.
What
I saw it about a half an hour ago.
I want to bet them to win it all. That just is too good a Hollywood
Not
story.
good. I will tell you that I was going to play them first 5 on Friday because I like the price with Ryu.
Yeah.
But I don't know what this is going to do to the team mentally. They have no idea what they're going to be living now.
Yeah.
It's not a good situation. Anyway,
Okay,
that's
guys.
it.
Later, everyone. Be well. Go Blue Jays.